And we're back with another episode of Let's Play Graveyard Keeper. I'm your host, the RPG Guy. And oh my stars and garters, do we have a lot of work cut out for us today. Mainly in the sense, or in the realm, of us having to knock out, per se, a handful of things. We got stuff growing, and we need to process about 3 more polished rocks, and then we'll be done with that for a little while. Because then we're going to start working on our crosses, which we've been having to put off for a little bit because we were running around doing other little activities. But there we go. Polished rocks are done. Let us deposit everything so we have enough room to carry a lot of our shit. And if I did my math right, which I probably didn't, but we should be able to make a metric ton. We need 21 stone crosses. We're two iron pieces short. That's fine. I am okay with that. Boom. Goes the dynamite. Alright. And here we go. As all we're going to be doing now is just processing these. 20 high-end crosses for the graveyard, 1 cross for analytics for later. We're also going to be able to maybe start our zombie logging industry, which we really need right now, because we have no wood. As far as stone goes, we'll probably need stone in little chunks. So maybe the same day we deal with the zombie stuff, we'll grab some stone on the way back. I haven't committed to that yet, so I'm not quite sure how we're going to handle that completely, but we'll worry about that when we get to that step. Look at all them crosses. We're going to take these right over to the graveyard now with our, hold on a second, with these guys. We'll drop all that off at the graveyard. We need a few more polished stones before we could build that critorium or whatever the hell it's called. And I don't want to plant any carrots yet until we're a little further along. We need to get more billet going. We have some already, but we don't have necessarily enough to do other things. Take some of that back with us. I don't think we're going to be making any more lawns or flower garden areas soon, so it doesn't make sense to leave it there. We should probably take all of it with us. But we'll need 4 polished stone. 4 polished stone. I'm wanting to say stone, and I've been saying it off and on. I don't know why. But yeah, I want to get that sorted out. And then we're going to have a bunch of wood to get us by once we take apart those crosses. And we're going to get some iron, I think, back from them, too. Maybe. We'll see. And then, hopefully, on the moon day, we'll make the rest of the crosses. And I don't know if we'll have the crosses ready and installed by that Sunday, but we'll see. That's what we're aiming for. It's what would be nice. You know, it's little steps. Look at all that blue currency we have, too. The sky's the frickin' limit at this point. Like I said, when we're ready to upgrade, we'll worry about it then. Till then, I'm not too concerned. One of the big things, I think, after a lot of the big stuff, endeavors we're going to set out to do is done, I would arguably say that, endeavor-wise, after the zombies, after the church upgrade, which we need to do soon, after a lot of that heavy-duty stuff is done, we need to go into the mining area and see if we can find graphite. Because we need to upgrade to steel equipment, steel everything. So the going into the dungeon will be less arduous, less troublesome and difficult. And boom shakalaka. And I bet we used all of our polished stone to do that. Yeah, we only got a little bit left. Alright, let's take this down, and we'll get some of those installed now. That will be able to install all of them. And like I said, we need more wood to make more billets so we can process more bodies. We're going to need that money too. But let's, while we're here... buy that. The royal stamp is still 50 silver, though. It's a bit much. Alright. Let's get started. What we'll do is we'll do these suckers on these wonderful ones on the end here. On this kind of end cap looking area. That way we don't have to worry too much about how much energy it's going to take to put them in when we get into the groups of 4. Remember, we have to break all these crosses down, too. So as exciting as it is to put them in, it's not necessarily 100% exciting. Look at the size of that cross! Look at that church value just skyrocketing. I'm gonna run out of energy here. We'll just leave it alone. I'm not gonna waste our saved pent up energy. We will drop off the wooden crosses so they can be processed back to wood. And like I said, what I'm thinking about doing, guys, is okay, the next day what do? Do we do the zombie thing? Let's do the zombie thing. Because that way we can figure out we can get the wood and stuff processing, we can get all that going while we're working on breaking down the old crosses and whatnot. We'll finish that before we do anything else. You know what? Before we also upgrade the church, let's run a sermon anyway. I'm afraid if we upgrade the church, we might not be able to do the sermon, and that's something I would worry about a little bit. So we'll make a point in doing that now. Good, very good indeed. And I did the opposite of what I said. I'm no fan of this modern architecture. There's far too much light in here for my taste. There are modern faithful citizens that'll enjoy it. Mark my words, in 10 years some of them might want to even learn how to read. What a crazy time this is, indeed. By the way, I think you should make the donation box bigger. And speaking of donations, are you aware that in order to perform a ceremony in the big church, you'll need to be a rightful citizen? Not really. Shit. Then I must gotten to mention it. No wonder, I have so many important things on my mind. Just show me your rightful citizen papers and I'll gladly open the big church. God damn it! You bastard. Seriously? He's serious. Okay, so what do we need for this? Rightful citizen bullshit. 3 silver. Okay, I'm buying it. Back? We have probably no money. We have no money. So about the cathedral... Wait, what? Yeah, I want the papers. Ooh. Cost 50 silver. Got a town pass. I'll have to hold on to that. Can't afford that yet. And then it wasn't actually necessary, I suppose. Who would ever know about your citizenship except me? Haha, you fucker. That's not fair. Think of it as a test of your faith, my son. No, you know how hard it is to find somebody who reaches my high standards. You don't know, but I know. Even my brother disappointed me, but that's a story too sad to be told. I need you to build a cathedral here, a really tall one. You and I, we will perform a great ceremony in the cathedral. We will pray for the Weimar River to be filled with water. The town is dying without water, and I shall save the town. You'll need a lot of good stuff and a lot of faith. What a fine, intelligent graveyard keeper you are. +1 for team, I was right about you. How many do I need exactly? Let me see. You have 30 plus 10. Let me double it for both sides, and it'll be, well, I lost count. Let's just say 50 for the church and 800 in the graveyard. Oh, 800. That sounds like too much. And yes, you're probably right. Okay, we'll say 200. Okay. You perform ceremony at town's cathedral. Well, technically we don't have a cathedral. Cathedral steeple collapsed during the Great Blast. We haven't been able to rebuild it. No new construction isn't allowed to be taller than the king's palace. But out here we can build a cathedral with a proper steeple. Okay. So... Okay. So our quality is 58. We need to get it to 200. But that's not impossible for us to do. Okay, we have a lot of means to go doing that now. So not something I'm that worried about. Let's run a prayer. I'd like to say a few words. Our church is great. It's the best church that ever fucking churched. Hasta vista, hasta lista, give me your money, Doros. Yeah, we only got 8. Okay, so I guess I didn't have enough left over from last time. It's the only explanation. Alright. 2 things I want to do. I want to see what upgrades we can actually get. Confessionals. Do we even have more space for that? Incense burners we'll probably want to look at too, because they'll give us an increase. We need 50 in the church. We're only at 23, so clearly we could put in more benches. I'm assuming, but we need the materials to even do that so we can see what we can actually do down here. Okay, that'll give us some spending money, which is good. Okay. Where did I put the rest of the faith? I know, well, we have enough. I need to get the zombie goo. Let's put one of these in there. I want to do the zombie thing now because that way we can start getting our wood collected. Because if we want to upgrade the church and fill it with more shit, we need more, we're going to need more wood. So that's going to be a thing. I swear, oh, I can't believe I spent that faith. Oh no, 8 plus the 3. Okay, never mind. I'm losing my mind. What do I need? Let's go figure out the damage. We also need to go check our grapes. So we'll do that after we deal with this. Well, we don't have a body. We don't have a body yet. So let's not worry about it yet. We need carrots for that. So I take back what I said. We'll work on the church. We'll work on the graveyard. We've got a lot of work to do anyway, so it's, you know, we'll see how close we are with all these with this big upgrade to the property going on. And the other thing too is this is a reminder that we're going to probably need to start working on some of the darker stuff, specifically the working of the bodies, processing of the bodies a bit better. So embalming, you know, that kind of stuff we're going to need to start doing. Let's take these other crosses back. because I think the easier thing to do would be to process better quality bodies. It looks like we might even... Oh, looks like we might even have some carrots done, so we'll spend the rest of our energy fiddling with that. Because, like I said, we're going to need a body to actually process here. Oh! Just dig it. Let's get some carrots processed. Let's get some bodies going here. Now the thing is, though, is we have no billet for breaking down a body, so I don't want to do too much. We'll need to get enough wood or billet to make one more thingy, which we have just enough to do. So we'll go ahead and build one more place to torch a body, because the next body that comes in, we're probably going to turn into a zombie if we can. We need to get that going. I need wood coming in big time. Let's check up north. Let's take all of it. No, don't take all of it. You never know. Alright. At least we should be able to finish the big upgrade of stuff tomorrow on the next day in the game here. We also can process some wine, which we'll probably want to do, or grapes rather. I don't think it'll give us enough to do another big bucket, but we'll have enough to get going. I didn't put the grapeseed back, did I? Let's just make it a new day. And like I said, we're going to start, after we kind of do the graveyard, we're going to start looking at upgrading the church. Because really, we could start eventually we could start filling the graveyard with better quality bodies. So that's really, I think, the next big step with the graveyard. Or rather, with regards to the graveyard. As far as anything else goes, it's kind of up in the air. Okay. All right, let's go back to the church. We'll make sure we have carrots going. Like I said, we gotta get a body coming in. Okay, there are carrots there. And if the first body that comes isn't a good quality body for the zombie, we'll wait on, you get my point. We'll figure it out. Yeah, I get a strong sense of feeling that... Well, what we also could do, too, is just fill the graveyard full of more bodies, too. That is an option. Just full out put a lot of bodies in here. And see if we can get to that coveted 200 that way. The more I think about it, the more that might seem like a feasible thing to do. We'll see how much this gets us here, but it should get us quite a bit. And the other thing, too, is just the other option is just upgrade to marble. Will guarantee us, I think, the rest of that, but I'd rather not do that if I don't have to. It's just as easy to just put better quality bodies. Because look at these bodies that are 0 and 1s. They clearly need better bodies. There we go. So that put us at 64. And if we were to able to get like 3 plus 3 to each of these, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, that would put us at about 100. It's still not enough, but we could start filling this graveyard with more bodies. What we do know is that if we want to guarantee it, we got to do polished stone all the way with every body we take. So eventually what we'll want to start doing is stockpiling crosses and stone and figure out how to unlock that other side of the church. May also get us there too. Ooh. Alright, well, we don't have the energy to do any of that. So what we'll do right now, drop this all off, and we'll process it the next day after we process the body. It's like I said, we need to make sure we have the energy. We'll get up a little early too, so that way the body doesn't sit there too long untouched. Okay, let's wake up now. We've got the faith on us, and we've got the zombie juice. Okay. I don't know why I'm going... It's actually, this going that way is the long way. This is faster. And we'll take a look at the body. And who knows? It may not even matter. Alright, let's see. So it's a decent quality, so we'll go ahead and resurrect it. Hopefully this does something. Okay. It produced a zombie. Now is there any way for this to tell us how good this zombie is? His efficiency is 10%. That does mean nothing. Maybe we can get him upgrades later. Okay, let's go up to that foresty area. Didn't really seem to take any energy to do that, so that's something to keep in mind. Now our faith can start going towards more research, and then we'll start getting more upgrades. Alright, and then we need to get one who's a porter, so we'll use that other one that we've been sitting with and see what we can do with that. And then we'll process all that leftover crap. His efficiency is 5, so that I'm okay with. Because he's like missing parts or something? Or does his part suck? See if we can make him better. That made him worse. Made him better. He's not missing anything. Can we drain him of blood? Made him a little better. Let's just use them. Okay. We'll live with that. Or rather, they will live with that. Alright. We've got some stone that crosses and rest in peace tombstones to disassemble. And we've got a bunch of wooden crosses to disassemble as well. We're going to probably fiddle... I am going to use that stone right away, I think, to fiddle with the graveyard. Just to see what that other upgrade is. And you guys will know what... You probably are like, what the hell are you talking about? You'll know what I mean when I start working on it. Get that started. Looks like we'll get some polished stone out of it. Stone. Why do I keep saying fucking stone? We'll get some polished stone out of that. Stone. Polished stone. We'll do the stone work first. And we need to make 4 polished stone. Stone. 4 polished stone is what we need to make. So we'll work on that. Oh, we get a complex iron part back out of it too. Nice. Alright. We'll deal with that body in a little bit. We're just going to burn it anyway. Really quick, we need 2 more polished stone. So I'd like to process that now. Need wooden sticks. Where do I get wooden? Other than I thought we could make wooden sticks. That's fine. Now I'm starting to worry about, do I need one of those other tools to make sticks? That's weird. I didn't mean to pick that up. We have wood. We need to double check our stick making, because we'll need sticks for various things, and I'd hate to have to waste time finding sticks versus already having them available. Or rather, they're available via a much more simplistic means than digging them up. I think I screwed something up in our construction. We'll look at that. Actually, what does it say? It doesn't say. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe the only way to get sticks is to find them, which is fine. I'm not worried about it. Not that much. All of a sudden, when you need it, you don't have it. We need to deal with that body. Then we'll make the stone, and then we'll look at the graveyard upgrade. And then from there, like I said, we're going to start making materials, like, so we can start working on the upgrading the church further. It'd be nice to have it ready by the next sermon, to be fair with you, because that would just mean more good stuff for us. Now, let's deal with the body. We're not going to bring any more bodies in for the time being until we get our wood supply going. Which, once our wood supply is going... And the other element is, like I said, we might want to do some church upgrades, which means we're going to need that wood for some other stuff. This body should give us enough to finish whatever that is in the upper area. You just need a skull. Interesting to see how we can manipulate that, though. What am I doing? Well, guess we'll finish whatever this is up here. Well, there you go. Whatever that means. You know, I'm probably preempting that because I bet you once that dude gets the Necronomicon, he's going to need all of that going for him too. Oh, the mushrooms. You know what? Let's leave those out here. We might need them for something. 3 faith. Town pass. Don't know what I'm going to use that for yet. Polished stone. Processing random shit, right? I don't have the means for that. I'm gonna regret this, I know, but let's do it. Didn't have enough to do much else anyway, so it made sense to me to do that. We need more paper, so we can work on more of this. We really need green currency. I shouldn't really be fucking around with non-green currency. And we'll also process paper from the bat wings this time around instead of the skin. Just because we're going to run out of space, it wouldn't hurt to do this a little bit. We'll leave that alone. Got 2 there. Come on. What's great is we're going to have lots of firewood. Look at our little log pile is growing. So that's good. That's all torn down. So we're all good. Lots of wood. Okay, we'll put the zombie juice back. We're not going to use that for a while. So I have another means to use it. God, we could really use that freaking stamp. And Snake said he'd give us one for free, but he so far hasn't offered it up, so... Let's take that with us. We're running low on iron ingots and parts, so we need to start thinking about the future of that, too. Still haven't found graphite yet, either. I haven't been looking, to be fair, so... After we fiddle with the church, I think we'll make an effort to start hunting around the northeastern or western area and see if we can start locating some stuff here. So we can build this fucking thing, but it's going to take up some space. And then it becomes a matter of where would we want to put it. And how many points is this really going to get us? I mean, we could always demolish it, I guess. But it takes up so much freaking space. And them spaces for some primo bodies. But in that same breath, with the space of one body, it looks like you could put it like right here or right up here. Let's build it and see what it does. That gave us 18, so they're actually pretty good. It just takes a lot to get them there. Okay. Gave us 12, rather. Plus 12, even though it said 18, I thought. But okay, so they're worth building. Because for 8 there, we actually get 12 for one kind of large spot. So we'll make a point to work on that. What am I coming here for? Oh yes, church upgrades. So we need wood planks and polished stone, some more polished stone, and a bunch of simple, complex parts and nails. So we're going to need a handful of shit, is pretty much what it breaks down to. The other thing we could do is, let's go to technology. We got enough to start doing upgrades. We should really look at that church. We could look at this. This is pretty cheap, as is this, which will eventually lead to that. That leads to marble, but we don't have access to marble yet, so I'm not too eager to fuck with that. Let's do this, because we don't have the windows, so that might give us insight into something new. This is rather cheap, so we'll grab this too. What else should we look at? Embalming we need to unlock, so we can start making considerations for that now. Now, I'm curious. Alchemy Workbench, Hand Mixer, Alchemy Mill. Maybe I don't think I've built all 3 of these. Let's unlock this. And shit, we'll unlock this too for the distillate. Mortuary rack and embalming table. Let's unlock this because we can't do any embalming without the embalming table, so... Okay. So we've got our hands kind of full with a bunch of different things. We don't have any green, which is good because on that Sunday we'll use the faith to unlock a lot of green. But we can't make this yet. Well, we can, but we need to make stuff for it. Candelabras require lots of metal parts. Ooh. Ew. These 2 things. Doesn't even say that this is craftable. We might have to buy this. I would say, I think the merchant has it, but it costs a silver, I think, for one of these. This requires jewelry. So we're not even able to bother with the stained glass for quite a while. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to make a bunch of wood planks, a bunch of metal parts. We're going to make 4 of these. We're going to make 8 of these, because I bet you we could build 2 of these. We'll make 8 wooden beams. We'll get this underway. I think the wood beams is be the last thing that we do, though. If we can put in more benches, if we can put in more just crap in general, we need to upgrade our current candles to the higher end candles. So we'll see what we can put in and fiddle with it that way. But we need to have stuff made in order to even do that. So again, easier said than done. Bloop, 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 bloop. Let's see. Don't really need flitch for anything right now, so let's just process like 17 of these. And you know what? Let's go. You know what? Really quick, let's go speak to the Inquisitor. We'll deal with that too on our way back. The reason I want to speak to the Inquisitor, if we can get to him in time, I think he's there today, is there's the other half of the graveyard that we may need to see if we can unlock. And if we can unlock it, even better. We can process a shit ton more wood beams, that's for sure. And we need to look at that L bracket. I think we have the means to unlock that, or we're just short, because we need green. What's with the other half of the graveyard? A couple of years ago, it was desecrated by cultists. They had a picnic there, and I'm not sure that the evil has entirely left the place. So I need to be sure that you're on our side if this... So, get permission to unlock the western side of the graveyard. I think I can be trusted. Not sure, but obviously you are more trusted than most of my guards, so here's your permission. If you see anything suspicious, tell me immediately. Nice! Nice! Now what do you need? You're good. Okay, get fucked. Alright, that's a good thing! That's really good. And there's lots of sticks up here, so if we need sticks, I know where to get them. Let's head over this way. Yeah, lots of sticks. Okay. We need to get our ration of grapes if they're ready. They're not ready yet. Okay, so we have a game plan, a solid one. We can bring in more bodies, but we need to clear out that part of the church. We also need to work on our wood processing and our carrot farming. So we got a plan. Grab this. That's not enough. Alright, let's go ahead. And let's get this going. Don't have enough. Okay. Okay, everything else looks fine. Let's get back to what we were doing. Put that in there. We don't need that on us right now. Okay, what about that bracket? We need 50 of the green. Which is fine. Ooh. We can afford it, so we'll take it. May as well take this for the extra nails. We're going to start needing those. That's expensive. We'll wait on that. We do need to get to jewelry at some point, so... Though we don't know where to get resources, so I'm not that eager yet. Yeah, well that's a lot of green we don't want to spend right now. This is probably worth it. We don't have the green to spend, so we won't. Nope. And I think we're good. So we want to save up to get this. So we got a plan with regards to that. cut this all up. Lots of planks. We need some of these. So we need to make. It's gonna be 4. So we can actually do 2 of these. We'll recover. I don't think we're going to be able to make much in the church before the next sermon, but it'd be nice if we could. We're going to try for it, though. But between the regular parts and the complex parts, it's going to take a lot of energy. We might have to eat food. We could burn some of our jellies if we really want to meet that requirement, but part of me is like, I don't know. Okay. Because I'd hate to waste the jelly on that. For that, just that bit of extra faith that 1 week when we're not hurting for faith right now. When I want to make more zombies and when I find out another way to utilize them, then we'll want to worry about that. But until then, I'm not, it's not a big deal. We won't need to make as many of those parts, though. Probably just do 10 of the complex parts. And we are going to focus on all things that give us green. Because we're at green and blue. Red we're fine on for right now. We're not hurting for red. After that big church upgrade or graveyard upgrade, we definitely are not hurting for red. We need some nails. Let's do it. And at this point, I just want to see what we can make. And how we can go about doing it. I don't care at this point for the endurance. We'll find slime somewhere. There's a body in there I've not been fucking with. Which is bad. I've left it there. Well, what's this? Oh, how nice to meet you here. Lord Uric, it's been a while. These days I'm not often a guest in the material world. How so? Are you really interested? Well, then I'll tell you. I was elected as superintendent of the graveyard. It's a tough job. Not all the new arrivals are pleasant. It's a lot of pressure. Poor Uric. Thank you for your kind words. Now I need to return to my duties. Whatever that means. Let's unlock this area. Finally, now I can use the western half of the graveyard. We'll look at that a little bit later. So if I want to put this bench, it would have to go like here. And we have enough to build both of these, so let's do it. Nice. So we can't rotate these. Oh. Okay, no more room for church benches, unfortunately, so the church bench thing was kind of pointless. Okay, add a complex parts. So we need more of these. And we need that, and okay, and that, and we can't do that. We can do this and this, but we can't do the gold, the jewelry yet. Okay, so, and we don't know where to put the incense burners. So we need 4 polished stone for that. How many regular candles? We got 1, 2, 3, 4 regular candles. So to do the complex candles, or candelabras, we need 4 complex parts for each one. So we need 4, 8, 12, 16, plus some more of these. So, okay. And the polished stone to go with it. Polished stone to go with it. But between all of that, we should hit the 50 that we need once we partake in that. So that's actually a pretty cool deal. Deal with the body now. We have enough energy to do it. It's been sitting in there for who knows how long. It's already freaking decaying. So that would, I think, be our best wit. So, but look at that. Look at how much we upgraded it. We went from like 22 to 40 something. So that was definitely worth it. That's actually going to put us out of iron pieces, isn't it? Means we'll have to go get iron. Let's make it the next day so we can start the worshipping. We're not going to be able to get it all done by the time we need to do service. I highly doubt we will. And I would not want to waste the ability to do the service. So we'll just finish these 2 more pieces here. And we'll head over and run a service. Before we do any research too, what I'll probably do is, to end the episode, we'll finish up the work, if we even can, in the church, amongst other things that we got to do. But let's see. Problem is his holy bullshitter is going to be gone, which kind of blows. Well, let's see. Can we do anything now? I'm gonna have to put 2 of those down. So let's remove this one. It actually gave us some parts. And we'll get some iron later, so that'll work. I have enough for 2 more. Oh, but I need 1 more. That's alright. We'll have enough to put the last one in later. And then we'll be like 1 point freaking short. But that could be used for different types of upgrades later. Let's just see what we get for... Ooh, my! That's 9 faith right out the gate. Totally worth all that upgrade. 14 freaking faith, guys. Ho, 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 ho! Not as much money, though. A little less. Well, that's might be because of all the new shit we put in. Fucking A. 10. That was like 5 or to 7 silver right there. I think we've got our source of income. And we should start looking into candles as well. I wonder if that's something we need to consider looking into. Now, with that said, before we end this episode, because I know I don't want to go too long, let's dump that off. We've got 15 freaking faith. We may as well put it to work here. Specifically, we need to break down paper first. Just break it all down. We need green, so that's going to take the most priority here. More so than anything else, we need green. What else gives us green? We can take this apple out of here. Because we're probably sitting on a lot of green giving items that we just haven't used. We're also going to probably process that ooze so I can figure out what we can use it for. Something. Let's do this flour. We'll pop a jelly if we need to as well. I'm willing to do that to get as much of this stuff processed as possible. Okay, that'll give us red and green. Boom. Good. Very good. Alright, let's do the Carpenter's Workbench. We're not going to worry about marble. I guess, yeah, we're not going to worry about marble yet. I guess we could look at lantern networks. We need to look at steel. We can process steel as is, so let's do that. Followed by this. That really needs to be our next endeavor, is really looking for steel. As you can see, it burned a lot of stuff down here. We can grab this while we're at it. Not probably ready for anything in theology yet. We still don't know how to make incense, but we can make the burner. And we need to figure out a few other things. There's a handful of things we gotta dedicate some effort and time into figuring out. The big one for me comes down to we need to find an understanding on one element here. And that element is very much, we don't know enough, per se. We'll put that back in there too. We don't know enough about certain elements here. I'm trying to think of how to describe it. The elements, things we don't know enough about. We don't know anything about... We'll keep the sand there for now. The paper. The bat wing can stay too. I'll put that back. And then we'll take the clay with us and some of the other stuff. But in other words, there's a handful of things we got to figure out how we want to do this. I know there's things that we could probably build that we have not built yet with regards to the alchemy table, because I have a feeling like this. I don't think we've done the mill. We need to complete the alchemy setup. I mean, we need to be able to do more alchemy. Alchemy Workbench, Alchemy Mill. So we have the Alchemy Workbench and Mill. We don't have the hand mixer. There you go. So we need to make the hand mixer, which we've been able to make for a while, which might be the reason why we're having trouble making stuff. To which... I don't even see... Oh, the hand mixer. Ooh, we can make it now. But where would one put it? We can put it... right there. And then we have these other upgraded workbenches to look at. And like, okay, here we go. We can start breaking this shit down that we've been... Ooh, body parts. Ooh, that. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay, so that was big. For the Alchemy Workbench 2, we need... Okay, we can't do that yet. Distillation cube. We can make this, but we need more iron parts. Complex iron parts. So that would be the next thing, is to get stone and the complex iron parts going so we can make the distillation cube. We can make a level 2 workbench, I think. So that's something we need to start working towards. As well. Put our bees in here for now. We've not studied that. That needs to go out there. So we got a plan. Not the greatest plan, but we got a plan. I've got to put the Batwing away. You guys can't take me anywhere. Alright, nails can go back in here. For now, that can go in there, because we don't have enough to really... I guess we do have enough. If I make 2 more complex parts, we have enough to upgrade the last candelabra in the church. So here's what I'm thinking, guys. On the next day in-game, what we'll do, because we're out of time, so I want to thank you guys for stopping by Miros RPG. Guys, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And when we come back, we've got a bit of a smorgasbord of things we need to accomplish. We need to build the level 2 workbench. We need to finish our upgrades inside the church, so we can get all that cool stuff going, so to speak. And we need to start looking for graphite and iron, because we're out of both. Well, we don't have any graphite, and we need iron ingots and graphite together. So we really need to start replenishing our substances here. Check on grapes and some other things, but for the most part, we're really getting there with what we need to do and what we can do and what we need to do. So I'm gonna empty these things out too real quick, but I'll do that right now. So, and we'll make it the next day. So I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Like, comment, subscribe, again, all that good stuff, and hit the and if you hit the little bell, I guess it's supposed to notify you as soon as I put a new video up. If you want to be Johnny on the spot with that. It's not for everybody, so I don't expect it. So just do what makes you happy. Anyway, thanks for stopping by, guys, and we'll see you guys next time.